I don't know. You ain't got to. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CEO Cartel. Today is crazy because usually I try to pick a day where I can do it and we can get started. Not today. Let's get straight to the point. Let's talk about friendships and circles, right? Have you ever put yourself in a situation where you thought that you was being helpful? Have you ever put yourself in a situation where you thought that you was giving somebody a helping hand and all they do is what the old folks used to say, don't bite the hand that feeds you, and they do it anyway? See, you was taught that when you come up in this world, you're supposed to extend the olive branch and help the next person. But so many people is full of BS. How do you know who to help? This is why folks are selfish. Because when you try to help somebody, there's never nobody around, right? So explain to me, how does this work? How is it that you have family and friends that when you're down in the mud, they help you get back up, and the first thing you do is go back into the mud? I come out of situations where I've helped folks get out of situations, and then when their head is above water or when they back on their feet, they go back to the same situations that put them to the same people doing the same stuff. I never understood that. Maybe because it's my age. Maybe back when I was younger, I thought the stuff was cute too. How do you help folks that don't want to help themselves? This is not just about business. This is also about personal life. I'm just flabbergasted to be like, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and hoping for different results. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know what insanity is? Because that's what is going on. I try my best to be the nicest person in the world because I was told coming out of Nashville that, hey, nice guys come last. And that is absolutely true, but we ain't got to be stupid. We can come last, but we ain't got to be stupid. It takes a village to raise a child. But how many people does it take to raise an adult? I thought as humans we're supposed to evolve and grow, but I don't think human beings do that anymore. I don't think human beings evolve and grow because you would know in the top of your head that what you're doing is wrong. You would know on the top of your head that the decisions you make, all you're doing is telling the people who's helped you. That's all you're doing. Whether it's business or personal, that is what you are doing. And everywhere I turn around, well, I'm grown, I can do that. I didn't ask you what you grown. I didn't ask you what you can do. I asked you what are the decisions that you're making every day to better yourself. See, the old folks used to say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. A lot of y'all gonna be fools at 40 years old. Because when you're in your 20s, you're stupid. And when you're in your 30s, you're stupid. But you will never grow and you will never evolve. And then I have to be the bad guy because I don't want to be around it. I don't even want to think like you think. I am no better than you. I don't care how many championships I have, what I have done. I am no better than you. I think differently. So if you want to continue to do that same silly stuff, then you know what? You stay on that side of the street. I'll stay on this side of the street. Hey, I'll wave at you. How you doing? And I will keep it moving. What hurts me the most is one bad apple can spoil the whole basket. One bad apple can spoil the whole basket. You get tired of trying to help folks because a lot of things in this world is just mental. You get tired of trying to help folks and be there for folks, and all they do is just fall right back on their ass. And then when the next person who really needs help wants your help, you like, nah, that's okay. I'm good. I don't want to do it. When people say, well, Sky Black, why are you such an introvert? Because this is how I am. I don't have time to help folks that don't want to help themselves. You put so much time and energy in helping people and friends. Then they look up to you as like you're supposed to do these things. No, I'm not supposed to do anything. I do it out the kindness of my heart. I do it because I choose to do it. Nobody forces Sky Black to do anything that he doesn't want to do. I move to the beat of my own drum. But if you want to go back to that same silly stuff that you've been doing, then you on your own. Don't come back. I'll give you an example. There was a girl in the neighborhood whose boyfriend kept beating on her. And I told her 2 or 3 times, you keep coming back, I'm done. The last time I was done, I don't know if that girl is dead or alive. I'm tired of it. I'll come out of the hood. I come out of Edge Hill, right? Nashville, Tennessee. A lot of you white people now call it the Gulch because that's what they built. But I'm talking about Edge Hill Projects, the hood. And I knew niggas there that could look Jesus Christ in the face and lie to him. And Jesus would scratch his head like, are you telling the truth? What's up? I'm on Instagram too. Just niggas just out the hood that could lie to Jesus Christ. How can you lie to Jesus Christ and make Jesus Christ scratch his head and be like, hey, are you telling the truth? This is God. God should know that you're lying before you even know you lying. But I knew people like that could lie to God and not blink an eye. And then here comes full circle. I'm still running into folks just like that. They can look you in the face. I call it a poker face. They can look you in your face and lie and not bat an eye. And I mean, go to bed. It's just like if they ain't lie. I'm like, if you are that good where you can lie to God and everybody and sleep good at night, me and you, we got to go our separate ways. We got to go. I don't have time for that stuff. I have too much that I like to do and want to do with my life. And if you don't think the same way I do or go down the same aisle as I do, then that's fine. You go do you. This is why me and Damo, we do the Dash for Cayman on Tuesdays, because even though we come out of 2 different lifestyles, we still have the same mentality and we're still going down the same road. I have never in my life been in a situation or society that no matter how you try to help people, teach them, even show them the right way so you don't be a hypocrite. Because anything Sky Black tells y'all, I've done or did it or doing it, whatever. I've never been fake and I've never been a hater. I've never hated on nobody. Because when I see God blessing you, I know I'm next, right? Because God is in the blessing business. I want all of y'all to have y'all blessings. I want everybody to live good and live comfortably. But at what cost? It makes no sense. Are you willing to stab people in the back? Are you willing to be deceitful? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to put people against each other? Like, in whose mind is that cute? That ain't cute at all. But then people like me, you know, the nice guy, the bad guy, when I turn my back, oh, Sky Black, you're being mean. You know, Sky Black, this is wrong. Or Sky Black, I'll change. Or No. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. See, I realize that sometimes I'm the fool because I put people on certain standards that I know damn well they're not going to meet. I put people on certain standards that I know damn well they're not going to meet. I know it. I just had this gut feeling. You not going there. You talk a good game. You head in that direction, but you're not going to get it. And then when it doesn't happen, I'm upset. What am I upset about? I think I'm more upset about to myself than the situation. You got to be able to read the room and read people in this time and generation. And so from here on out, I got to be careful on what I do and what I say and how I move and who I help. Because see, there's going to be a lot of people that wants my help that I'm not going to give it to because of snakes and backstabbers and People want to throw me under the bus and all this other. Are you throwing me under the bus to get something that I don't even want? How silly is that? I ain't got time to think about or worry about none of that other silly stuff. This says CEO for a reason. I'm a CEO for a reason. I'm a CEO for a reason. I'm a winner, cup winner for a reason. I ain't got time to think about that same stuff that y'all are thinking about. The old folks used to say we all put our pants on one leg at a time. We all the same. We all got to die. We all got to go to sleep. We all got to have food and water. But what you don't have to do is be an asshole in this lifetime. See, people out there, and this is to all my introverts and to all my good-hearted people, they prey on you. They prey on you because they know either A, you don't know any better, or B, you have such a kind heart, you just overlook a lot of things. And then when you start to realize what the game is, then you become the bad person. When you don't want to help no more, when you don't want to receive no more phone calls, when you ain't texting no more, we ain't doing none of that stuff no more. Oh, Sky Black's too good. No, that ain't what it is. I just know you showed me your true colors. You showed me your hand, right? I remember as a young child, I used to play spades, and my hands were small. And every time I had the cards, they would fall out of my. And the old folks were like, "Hey, put some draws on them cards. Put some draws on them because you're showing everything. Put some clothes on them draws." Well, when people start showing everything, you need to start believing them. If they're going to show you who they are, you need to start believing. And this ain't just business, because I know this is the CEO Cartel. I'm supposed to be mostly talking about business on this podcast. But give a shout out to Damo, the National Caveman, every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. But this is just me telling you that before you can do business, you have to get your personal life together. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. I don't care if you're a 9 to 5. I don't give a damn what you do. If your home life is terrible, anything you do outside that door is going to be terrible. But you also who you hang around. Birds of a feather flock together. So you got to be careful who you hang around, who you talk to. But that ain't how I was raised. I was raised by a bunch of old black mean ass women, a bunch of Medias. But what they did teach me is you don't treat people like they less than human. So I ain't never treated nobody like they less than human. You don't treat people like crap. You don't kick them while they down. You don't do none of that stuff. Because there's always going to be somebody less than you, and there's always going to be somebody that has more than you. You treat everybody the same. But then at the same time, since men and women don't have on their foreheads, I'm a liar, I'm a thief. Let me get my Family Guy on. Let me tell you what grinds my gears is liars and thieves. That's what grinds my gears is liars and thieves. What's up, White? Well, it's liars and thieves. I can respect an honest thief. I can respect an honest liar. But what are you lying about? What are you trying to prove? You ain't proving nothing to me because I don't care what you got. I don't care how much money you got, how many cars you got, how many girls you got, what you do, how many six-pack. I don't care. You ain't never got to lie to me. I don't get it. When I was coming up, it used to be honor among thieves. Honor among thieves, but that's out the door. Everybody is about themselves now. Everybody is for themselves now. And then you got to be careful who, whether it's friends, whether it's family. See, the stranger across the street don't know what's going on. They have to do a stakeout. They have to guess. But family and friends will be the first one to stab you in the back. You know, I had a rapper friend tell me one time he got stabbed in the back so many times he can't feel it no more. That's what he told me. And it mostly came from family and friends because those are the ones that are closest to you. Those are the ones that knows how to push your buttons. But everybody keeps saying, oh, friends, oh, family over everything. Family is going to put you in the grave quicker than your enemy is. Family is going to put you in the grave quicker than your enemy will ever do. And I don't care if I don't live to see 20, 30, mark my words, you will say on this day that Sky Black told you that family will put you in the ground quicker than anything else. Your enemies have to guess what you got. Your family, your intermediate family, they know what you like to eat, what you like to drink, where you like to go. They know all of these things. So that's why when something happens to you, the first person they ask is your spouse. The next person they ask is whoever lives in the house. Then the next person they ask is close family and friends. Because you have the easy access to people. When people think that you have more or do more, that's when their true colors start to come out. That's when they start to get green with envy, so to speak. But I hate having this conversation because the only way this world is going to grow, you have to have nice people who want to accumulate things and then turn around and hand them to the next person, hand them down to the next generation, help the next person up. Because I thought that's why God blessed you, right? God bless you to help the next person, and then you help the next person. See, I don't believe in tithing. I don't believe in tithing at all. I think that's just made up. I believe in seed, time, and harvest. You plant a seed, and over time, you get a harvest. You plant a seed in somebody's life, and over time, you get a harvest. But sometimes you be planting bad seeds, and sometimes the ground ain't right where you plant that seed. You ask a farmer. If the soil ain't right, the seed ain't right, it ain't raining enough, you ain't gonna grow a damn thing, right? So the first part of this show, I just had to rant and get that off my chest. Because I have never seen it before. I'm talking about young, middle, old. This world has gone crazy. And I'm the type of person that don't even really, I'm not a big, podcaster type of person. But Damo has brought this out of me. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Damo. He has brought this out of me. It's just one of those things where, man, I rock with you too, Malfunction. What's up, Hunter? You know what I'm saying? It is... You have to be careful giving folks your time, your heart, your money, anything, because, man, you can put a limit on how much you'll give, but they will never put a limit on how much they are going to take. It should never be like that. If you out here getting it from the mud, I'm behind you 100%. If you need my help, I am there 100%. But then there's some snakes in the grass that comes through and bites you to make you don't want to help anybody else. Right. The hardest thing to do is to cut off people from a lifestyle that you didn't want anymore. The hardest thing to do is for people to be by themselves. The hardest thing to do is to let family and friends go and walk alone. Because if you don't know what blessings you have out there. Some doors are not open for everybody. Some doors are just open for you and you only. But you're so scared to be alone, so scared to be by yourself, you will never know. And so that was just the first part of this broadcast, y'all. Thank y'all for watching the CEO Cartel, man. I just had to get that off my chest. I've just had it up to here with people. Man, yeah, loyalty is old school, Mount. You absolutely right. And it's hard to give it. Right. My lawnmower stays sharper than gassed up. You was absolutely correct. Because when you do it, they hunt you down. They prey on you, man. They prey on you something terrible. And it's sad that I have to come because I like doing this. I know some people are introverts. Mr. Wolf, I'll shout out to you later. What's up, Wyatt, again? I just wanted to do this show because for people who can't sleep, like sometimes I can't sleep, we can all have conversations. But tonight, when I tell you I'm so heated you can fry an egg on my forehead, I literally mean that. Because I've just had it up to here. I thought we were all adults. I thought we could all chit chat. I thought we could all talk. But it just people just want to be childish. And they told me, what you doing in the dark is going to come out in the light anyway. So you ain't got to lie to me about a damn thing. What you do in the dark is going to come out in the light anyway, because you're going to get comfortable and you're going to make a mistake because you're human. Where's the evolution? I thought as humans, we supposed to evolve into the next thing, right? But as I see now, it's just a cesspool or whatever. So y'all, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back with the second part of this conversation. Before I start, shouts out to Malfunction. I watched the interview you did with Damo, man. Great job. Great video. Great job. And man, I wish you the best on winning Male Artist of the Year this year. You are an absolute great person and a great artist. Now, let's talk about finance and inflation, whether it's personal or business, because usually this show's supposed to be about business. Every time I turn around, people are always talking about, well, this is high, that is high, I'm broke, I ain't got no money. Well, first off, let's be realistic, right? Some of y'all are crazy. Some of y'all is self-inflicted wounds. Some of y'all, metaphorically speaking, has took a gun and shot yourself in the foot and looked at the blood and started laughing. And then when you get up to try to walk, you're mad because you can't walk. Well, stupid, you shot yourself in the foot. A lot of these people that are complaining is self-inflicted wounds. They didn't want to listen to nobody back 2-3 years ago when they was telling you, hey, things are about to change. Start saving your money. Start doing this. Start doing that. No, you won't listen. Plant your seeds now so 2 years from now, when times get hard, you have a harvest. Well, if you didn't plant the seeds 2 years from now, don't get mad at all the people who have a harvest. That's the dumbest thing ever, right? And then now everybody's talking about, well, the government is giving these illegal immigrants. First of all, let's just go back. Let's just say nobody comes into this country, right? Let's just say only people in this country are just naturally born Americans. In 2024, there has been a 30% drop in birth rates. So let's say before 2024, every year in the United States, prior to present, 4.9 million babies are born every year. 4.9 million babies are born every year. So that means every 10 years, there's 50 million new people on this earth. Well, now 50 million people just in the United States. So you sitting at home talking about, well, why my gas bill going up? Or why car insurance going up? Because the city, the county has to make room for all these new humans coming on earth. Every time your city grows, they got to have new policemen, new city halls, new schools. They got to go up on taxes. They got to go up on gas to fix the roads. Now, that's a whole different stuff, especially in Nashville, because Nashville ain't fixing no type of roads whatsoever. I don't know where that tax money is going. That is why everything is going up. Stop blaming it on folks crossing the border and stealing it. That has nothing to do with it. It's more of you than it is out here. Then the bigger your city grows, you got to have a Walmart there. You got to have an Amazon fulfillment center there. That's why things are going up. You're running out of natural resources. There are 7 billion people on this earth. What do you think is going to happen when it gets to 14 billion people? Who you going to blame then when it gets to 14 billion people? Things are not going to change. We're not going in reverse. As long as people are reproducing like rabbits, everything is going to go up. And yes, you have people coming from other countries into this country, legally and illegally. But here's what gets me about Americans, because you're self-entitled and you're lazy. I know I'm lazy. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, you'll see my face. With your condescending voices, these people that come over here, especially legally, they doing the jobs that you don't want. When I had a cleaning business, you know how hard it was for me to hire Americans to clean toilets? They didn't want to do it. It was beneath them, right? How were you gonna call Medea? It was beneath them. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to clean toilets when I had my cleaning business, right? They didn't want to do it. No American wants to go into the zoo and shovel poop, because it has to be done when the lions and tigers and bears and giraffes poop. Somebody's got to clean, but you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do construction on the roof and landscaping and fixing plumbing, and when the sewer backs up under the ground because you got too many people in one city pooping in all these toilets and somebody got to go down there and unplug. You don't want to do that. But then you want to get upset when they come and do it and make a living. That's called low-hanging fruit, right? As long as you can grab the fruit, it's okay. But when it gets too high and you can't grab that fruit no more, then all of a sudden, I don't want the fruit no way. I could care less. Who wants the fruit? Then when somebody taller than you get the fruit, oh man, no, dog, that was my fruit. What are you doing? I never understood the concept of why people just didn't understand what is going on. Land without labor is dead. Everything is just about working the land. No, this ain't the 1700s where 90% of people literally had land they had to work on. But still, you can't have a bunch of Americans sitting at home watching TV. That's not how the economy works. So the government has to go up on prices to get you off your ass to go work. Because if they don't, you'll be sitting at home doing nothing, and nothing will get done. So if you go up on rent, food, gas, and prices, then people got to work 2-3 jobs. Now the economy is moving again because you got more people out here working. So you can't always blame this stuff on people sneaking in the country, people getting them legally, Democrats giving this money to them. If the Democrats is giving money to folks that's coming in here doing things legally, they're not doing it every month. Trust me. They're making sure that they can get on their feet so they can go out and get a job and pay taxes, because the average American don't want to work, especially young. If you 25 and younger, this is what they talking about. Y'all don't want to work, at least a real job anyway. Y'all might go out here and sell some drugs or whatever, but y'all don't want to work a real job. All right, malfunction, talk to you later. Y'all don't want to work a real job. Y'all just want to go out here and play on your PlayStations and Xbox and do absolutely nothing. So this is where you get inflation from, and shrinkflation. The government is only so big. You have one president, you have 100 senators, and 400 and something people in the House of Representatives. So you have 500 people trying to figure out how to take care of 350 million Americans. That's the issue that you're having right now. And things are going to completely just go up because you're going to run out of a lot of things. Everything. So my advice to you is to start saving now. If you start saving and start budgeting, oh, well, we don't have enough money to save. We don't have enough money to budget. Yeah, you do. It's just certain things you don't want to give up. You know, I don't want to give up my Hulu account, you know what I'm saying? But I should. I don't want to give up my Netflix account, but I should. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you don't want to give up. It's in there. You just don't want to give it up because you need this for your mental psyche. And I get it. That is absolutely fine. If that's what you need, I ain't mad at you. But stop complaining because things are not going to change. What you need to do is what Damo is doing with his children. If you have more than one child, teach them financial literacy. Teach them how to save together. Open up an account in all three of their names. So when they turn 16, every time they get paid, each one of those child or children, let me say it right, they'll put money in that account. When they get a certain age, then they can take that money and buy land. And then when they buy land, they can put houses on the land. So that way, when they get tired of looking at each other, everybody can go to their own house. See how simple that was? That's not that hard. That is not that hard. But you just have to make the sacrifice so you can get there. Sacrifice 4 or 5 years of your life so the rest of the 70, 80 years, you live the way that you want to live. But it's good as Americans for just us to just sit on our asses and complain. And that's all you're going to get is complain. And especially if you don't vote. If you don't vote, don't complain. If you don't run for city council, don't complain. You sitting there not running for office, you not voting, but yeah, you won't complain. I give up. I completely give up, y'all. But that is my take. If anybody, hey, if you're against what I'm saying, you have your opinion. But that's my take on finances and what you should be doing for the next few years. Let's take a break. Let's come back to the last thing. And, you know, sorry, yeah. I need to learn how to work this damn thing. I'll get that in a minute. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Now we're back. The last thing we want to talk about, for some reason, this is huge on everybody's mind, is marriage, right? Marriage is a business. I don't care what you think, but marriage is a business, and that's what it is. And in any type of business or a license, because you have to get a marriage license if you want the state or the government to recognize your marriage. You can do a common law marriage where y'all live with each other, But if you have to get a license. I am a notary. I have to get a license every so often. I have a driver license. I have to get renewed every so often. I have a gun license. I have to get every so often. People have to get their license renewed. Why is marriage license the one that you don't ever have to get renewed? Why is a marriage license something that you can have forever and never say, "Hey, does this work out?" Because it's really just a business. I think every 5 years, the woman, the wife, and the husband should get together and say, "Hey, the last 5 years, was it good or was it bad, or do you want another 5 years of doing this?" That's what I think. I think that you should treat it like a business. I think you should have a together account, and you should have your own personal account. Because if you're gonna be with me, that's what's got to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Well, I don't believe in this, and I don't tell what you believe in the state of Tennessee. Some of y'all guys got to be careful because you need to know your laws in this state. This Republican state, this red Republic, you need to know your laws. Because even if you don't marry this girl, right? Even if that's not your baby, right? If she moves in with you or you move in with her, and you've been there 7, 8, 9 years, they can still take you to court. Because the court is not going to let you just put people out, let's just say a woman out with a child, and they're used to a certain lifestyle. No, you're not, you didn't adopt the child. No, you didn't sign the birth certificate. You literally have no paperwork guardianship. But the state of Tennessee says, yeah, you've been helping take care of this child, and I'll be damned if you're going to put her and this child out on the streets, whether you married to her or not. So you need to know things like that. If you marry a woman with child, now you're the daddy to the state of Tennessee. They don't care about the sperm donor. He got it for free and left. You the daddy now. You divorced. There's alimony, child support on the child that you didn't bring into this world. Oh, but I love her. Okay, well, she loves you today. 10 years later, she divorces you. Let's see how it works. The divorce rate is 70%. Small businesses end 70% in 5 years. It's all the same. And it's even dealt with kids, right? Y'all didn't know that. The reason they do the 5-year study on businesses and marriages is because of kids. When a child is born, both parents always feel that they need each other to raise this child because it can't talk, it can't walk, it can't wipe its own butt, it can't feed itself. So by the time the child turns 6 and is in the 1st grade, that's a whole different story. That child can basically maneuver on its own. It can tell you what's wrong with it. It can tell you when it's hungry. It can go to the bathroom. It can watch TV. It can fix a bowl of cereal. And somewhere in that psyche, one of the parents or one of the people in the marriage feels like they don't need the other. Ain't that weird? Because we all animals. Ain't that weird? Somebody by 6 or 7 years down the road will get tired of the other parent. That's why it's hard for grandparents or empty nesters to be with each other, because they've always had kids and grandkids in the house. They always had what they call a buffer. But then when they're in the house by themselves, they realize they really don't like each other. It was just there for the kids and the grandkids, right? So I believe people say, well, we renew our vows every year. I don't care about that. Renew this license every year. Does it work for you? The first 5 years of a marriage might have been what you needed as a stepping stone. And then if you don't need it no more, get out. You should have an out clause in a marriage. You should always have a prenup. I don't care how much you love somebody. You should always have a prenup. You should always have a will. You should create a trust. You should have a secret bank account that hell is so secret you forgot about it. That's what you should be doing. Stop letting love dictate what goes on in the household all the time. I had a pastor tell me that in the Bible, it doesn't say anything about trusting your wife. Can you imagine that? That's what he told me. He said the Bible, he said you trust God. You don't got to trust your wife. You have to love your wife, protect your wife, take care of your wife, but you don't have to trust your wife. And I was like, well, darn, if God said I ain't got to trust my wife, then I need 2 prenups. I need a pre-prenup and a post prenup if I ain't got to trust my wife, because human beings are fickle. One minute they love you, the next minute they don't. And my choices to you is, or what I'm trying to say to you is protect yourself. I hear this saying all the time, marry before you carry. I don't care if you do marry before you carry. If you get married, if y'all move in together, You need to treat it somewhat like a business. Even if you don't think business, talk to a lawyer, talk to a CPA. This is why you get married. They ask your income taxes. Oh, y'all filing jointly? Because now your liabilities and her liabilities are one. Your assets and her assets are one now. And if she's coming to the table with just sex and debt, you a fool. Because a lot of these women, that's what they're doing. They're coming to the table with sex and debt. Which one is going to kill you first? Is the sex going to kill you first, or is the debt going to kill you? It used to be a running joke back in the day. The old folks used to tell me, if the politicians don't kill you, the dirty air will. Well, I'm telling you now in 2024, sex and debt is the only thing that most women are bringing to the table. And because these guys love sex so much, they're willing to take on the debt until they can't do it no more. Until the sex is not good no more. And now all of a sudden it's, I got myself deep in some that I can't get out of. You know, put on the thigh-high boots because it get deep in here, right? I am an advocate for people to be able to renew their marriage license every so often. I got to renew the tags on my car once a year. Every 5 to 6 years, I got to renew my driver license. I got to renew my gun permit every 8 years. If it's a license, most times, if you a lawyer, you got to renew your license, right? An attorney, you got to renew your license. If you a doctor, you got to renew your license. A psychiatrist, everything that has a license, you have to renew. But the marriage license is the one you don't never have to renew. Do you think about that? Yeah, think about that. So here on the CEO Cartel, this is what we try to do. We're trying to make you think. Because all of y'all are CEOs of your own life. Even if you don't have a business, you're a CEO of your own life. You be careful about who you talk to, who you marry, who you become your friend, and who your circle of friends are. And that's what this show is about. This show is about friendship, finances, and marriage. Don't just be hopping in marriage because you broke. Don't be living with people because you broke. Get on your feet. Because when I was coming up, a man needed his own place, his own car, and his own cell phone. I just added the business as I got older. Kids is not just for 18 years, they're for life. So most of these people that you hear complaining don't have savings and they have more than one child. Well, my husband don't do this. My baby daddy don't do that. Who cares? It's all about you and your decisions on what you like to do. P. Diddy always said back in the day, it's lonely at the top. The more successful you become, the more of the dreams that God's bless you with and opens, the more haters come, the more people don't want to follow you to the top. And you by yourself, so you stagnant, you stop, and like, you know what? I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of being lonely. I'm gonna just come back down to where these people are, just so I can have some type of companionship. Damn that. If you got to be by yourself to get your blessings, if you got to be by yourself to become successful, do that. You need to learn how to date yourself and be by yourself. Hell, I used to go skating by myself, to the movies by myself, eating by myself, go to the bar and feed the ducks by myself. I did all that. And so that's how I know what makes Sky Black happy. That's how I know what I want to do for the rest of my life as long as I'm on this earth. And anybody that's around me, friendship, business, marriage, you got to understand as the CEO of Sky Black, if you ain't down with how I live, there's the door. The same way that door open to let you in, I guarantee you it will open the same way to let you back out. But my podcast, I try not to let go too long. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to everybody who's watching. You know, we on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I just want to thank everybody for listening and paying attention. I don't know what days I want to do this. Maybe I should just do it when something comes to my mind instead of just trying to pick a day to do it. But today I had to get it off my mind because people always ask, well, I had a friend that said, well, every wrestling organization you go to, you're successful, you win a belt. Every business that you've done, you've kind of been successful. I said, because there's no competition. Everybody is doing the silliest things to hurt themselves. They're out here having unprotected sex with each other. So now y'all are just a bunch of walking STDs. That's what you are. a bunch of walking STDs. Y'all having unprotected sex with folks, and you just passing it on to other folks. And then you out here getting married and having kids you can't afford. Then you go into jail, and then you drive with no license, and then you become an alcoholic, and then you become a drug addict. Where is the competition? That's what I was talking to Damo about. I'm like, Damo, if you do this and you allow me to come on with the journey, where's the comp? We don't see nobody doing this at all. So whether we do it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's no competition. It's just us. We're the competition. Because everybody else, for some reason, they stopped growing. They stopped developing. They stuck in that same silly stuff. I remember as a kid playing basketball back in the day, you know, when you come up on the court and everybody's playing and you be like, I got next. I now know what next means. Next didn't mean that I was going to be next to get playing the game. Next means that I'm on the next level because they stuck on the same stuff. They still on this level. I'm on the next level. So that means it's just me and this microphone and this laptop, me and these championships, whatever it has to be. That's what's going to happen. But I just had to come on tonight and get that off my chest. I mean, you know, Johnny Demento, shouts out to you, brother. I have to just come and get that off my chest, man, because a lot of y'all was going to run into a angry, upset Sky Black, and you didn't deserve that because of a few people who are just childish and don't know how to be adults. You know, and again, there's nothing out there I want from anybody. If I want it, I can go get it. If I want it, I can go get it. There's nothing that I need for you to do or anything. I don't need your friendship. You ain't got to like me. None of that stuff. You know, you look better going than you ever did coming. So I just want everybody to know that thank y'all again for checking out. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I can't wait to see you again, brother. I'm just on here venting. I've just had a rough night talking to crazy people, and I just thought I needed to come on my podcast and just vent a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that now since I got it off my chest, I can feel much better, you know? But how's everything going with you, my friend? I hope everything is good. So I'm not going to hold this live too much longer. I like doing it at night because I figure some of y'all are just insomniacs like I am. I can't sleep sometimes, but I'm just telling y'all what eats me the most is just folks just, if people gave me as much time as they gave these other folks, man, I would be on top of the moon. I would. I just don't know how folks get these helping hands and then they turn around and just slap it away or just go back to the same silly shit. Excuse my language. The same silly stuff that they've been doing since day one. You want to change. You want to be better, but yet you still doing the same things and hanging around the same people that you claim didn't. I'm like, I can't fathom that. My mind won't let me do that. That's like if you tell me, if you say, well, Sky Black, you'll be back in Nashville. Yeah, it is the best thing to do just to separate yourself. Yes, then we have to. I need to holler at you in December. But I just can't fathom that, y'all, and it makes my head hurt thinking that if somebody was to help me and get me above water, get my feet on the ground, that I would just turn around and just go back to, because I've seen it done in the hood all the time. I guess that's why it burns me up so much. I came out of the hood, Edge Hill, and seen people do it all the time. And I think, okay, maybe that's just in the hood. You know, there's life outside of South Nashville. But come to find out, hell, everywhere you go, it's the same damn thing, right? Ain't nothing different than any other place out there. So I'm just, woosah. Woosah, woosah, woosah. So thank y'all again. I don't know when the next one is. I try to do it once a week, but then I'm so busy and the weeks go by so fast. Hell, it'll be 3 weeks before I do another. So just be prepared. Like, subscribe, share. Let me do the little thing to see if it'll let me do it real quick. Sorry, y'all. I still don't know how to work these damn things. Let me see if he'll do it real quick. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share, please. And if you agree or disagree, I'll do it one more time. If you agree or disagree, That's absolutely fine. I want to have the conversation with you. Me and Damon on Tuesdays, we want to have the conversation with you. We want you to call in and let us know what's on your mind, right? If you have music that you want me to play on my radio station, here's it at the bottom, sky.black@gmail.com. Send me the music at sky.black@gmail.com. The D Bling Radio Show every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Um, from 9 p.m. to 11, the replay. So you can email me, you can get at me. We have the number on Tuesdays. The Nashville Caveman. Shouts out to Damo, man, and shouts out to the greatest tag team partner I've ever had, man, Johnny Demento, the New Era Demons, brother. I'm so glad that you came on here to give me a shout out. I miss you, brother. I hope everything is fine. Shouts out to Malfunction, Wyatt, Wolf, and everybody else who commented tonight. Again, I don't expect a lot of people to come on here and talk. It's just shouts out to Hunter. It's just folks are like me. They just can't sleep. So thank y'all again, and I really, really appreciate I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Peace.